Hello and welcome everyone to the Warhammer Meta Chasers. My name is Paul, your host. I'm joined by Adam Camilleri.
G'day.
Getting more and more Australian every week. And Dustin Henshaw.
Howdy doody, everybody.
Was that more and more Canadian every week?
That was not Canadian, I hope.
Howdy doody. Is that a Canadian? Yeah.
Is it? I don't think so.
It is now.
Okay. Coined.
You're a Canadian icon, Dustin.
I have Canadian icon of the howdy doody.
This is the weekly Warhammer tournament hype show where we talk about what the meta is, what it was, how you can beat it, how you can be it. Unfortunately, no big tournaments. We actually only covered mostly 5-round tournaments, 2-day tournaments coming up over the weekend. But this is one of those periods of the year where, we just had a holiday going into what many consider also another holiday, New Year. But, no new tournaments. So you just got to get with us hanging out tonight.
Yeah. So on Wednesday, I usually do my research for the events we're going to cover. I write them down, jot them down, what I want to look up, and then Thursday I usually do the stats. Wednesday I went through BCP and I'm like, yeah, we're good.
Trivia, covered trivia night.
Last week we did something pretty cool with some trivia and just hanging out. Like I said, we do this live. So if you listen to us after the fact, we do this live every week. We hang out with the folks in chat. Chat is going to get to play along with us. So yeah, welcome everyone. I hope everyone is having a great, wrap up to their year. I don't know if we're at the point where we do like a year in review or make resolutions or something. Maybe, who knows? I don't even know if we do that on this show. It's brand new. It's our first year in the new format. I'm going to make it up.
I'm resolved to chase that meta even harder.
Well, wait,
I'm going to
increase. We still have a fuego today, guys. It's probably New Year's themed.
Yeah.
It might be. Well, I will say also talking to some other folks. I mentioned they were actually we were talking this in our chat. They were asking for like army list ideas or whatever. I'm like, well, we do this show where we're where we call ourselves the Warhammer Meta Chasers. Like, oh, meta chasing. That's not for me. I'm like, well, it's relative, right? Like you want a list, you want a good list, you want to know what's out there, and you want to be able to interact in that way. And if you are going to interact in that way in that competition setting, it kind of behooves you to have as much information as you possibly can.
Exactly right. There's nothing wrong with being informed. If chasing the meta is not your thing, harvesting information about what you will see out there, what is winning, what is doing well, and what the best and brightest are bringing is never going to be a bad thing for you.
Yeah,
exactly right.
It's not necessarily actually like switching armies to whatever the best and brightest is, but it is knowing what's being used in the meta.
Yeah.
So you know what you're going to be facing.
Because some people are out there doing the literal meta chasing. There's no wrong way to do it, right?
No, there is no wrong way to do it.
Living, breathing organism, as we refer to it sometimes. But this is going to be a fun part of the show. If you tuned in because you thought you were going to hear that, well, we're going to do a little bit of that, but mostly this fun stuff because the tournaments are real lean this weekend.
We'll be back into the regular format, I think, next week, because we should have some good ones coming up in the new year, leading up to LVO, and many, many more to come. There's a couple of good ones coming up. But for now, we have another trivia. And of course,
KR says, Adam, are you psyched for that new Dark Angel box?
Of course.
I am. I have 40 Terminators, so I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of the new Terminators. But give me new Belial, give me new Asmodai, and give me those companions. Oh, geez, they are spectacular sculpts.
So what do we got teed up this week here?
This week we have the trivia, and it's going to be the exact same thing as it was last week in terms of it is the game that Adam pretty much invented on this show. Guess those points. And of course, if you were here last week, you know the drill. If you weren't, you're here with us live, you can participate with us. This is an interactive game with the hosts and chat. So I'll be asking questions on here. The questions will pop up on your screen if you're actually watching us on YouTube. All you have to do is type in the number, nothing else, the number into chat, and it will record your score. And
the number of the choice?
There won't be any choices. This is guess the number, and it's going to be closest to, not closest to without going over. It's not Price is Right. So I'm going to be basically giving you bunch of questions that are based around points of some kind within the Warhammer game itself, in 10th edition specifically, because that's what we're in right now. And you just type in what you think the point amount that I'm talking about is in the chat. I don't want to give away too much because I went some different routes. I made the questions a little bit easier, but trickier, if that makes sense. It'll make more sense when...
I'm a literal guy.
A literal guy, yeah, exactly. So again, in chat, all you have to do to participate in this, you will see the question on there. I'll read them out as well because this is a podcast. So if you're listening to this after the fact, you'll be able to kind of read along with us and guess yourself without getting the points because you weren't here with us live, unfortunately.
That's how we're evolving the
That's how
format. We're going to
evolving the
actually
format.
talk about it as well for the.
Exactly. We need to make sure it was probably a very riveting game of trivia to everybody listening to the podcast after the fact from last week's episode. But we're going to try this again and see if we can get you guys a little more into it. Now, hopefully it's going to work again. But are you guys ready to go?
Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to start off with our 30-second countdown. And we should be good to go here. I will also read out the questions for you again, just so both people.
So just to set the stakes, we are playing for who wins this month of the points of the inter-host points.
Yes.
And right now, Paul has pulled ahead by a couple. So I mean, Dustin's not playing because he's won like 4 in a row, and he don't need that cred. So pretty much, it's just whether I can catch Paul or you guys can steal the points off both of us.
Yeah, come on, chat. You got to beat these guys again.
I feel like
they
they have a
beat
little bit of an
beat us
advantage.
last time, didn't they?
One did. One did.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
A true meta chaser.
In the chat, how many points can a Gene Stealer cult list legally take in a 2,000-point match play game?
What?
Battle line points. Sorry, how many points in?
How many? Oh, okay.
Oh, battle line points.
So just battle lines.
Just battle line legally.
Akos and Neos and Brood Brothers. Oh, you're not going to tell me. I'm just speaking out loud, giving away answers. I'm going to go. Yeah. Yep. Paul, a little conservative there.
I did. Went with 1160. Adam went with 1600.
The answer.
Joel coming in with 1999. Very New Year's, very partying like it.
Okay.
1920. 1550.
All right. No, the answer is 1930.
Joel smashed it off by what?
Closest you can get.
KR there, 1920.
Because you still have to take still have to take the HQ, and of course, the cheapest you can get one of those units is 9085. So it's hard to get past 1930 without.
Not bad, KR. Well done, Joel.
Not bad. Nice.
All right.
Bad start for the host here, but all right.
Just getting into gear, mate.
You're the only one that plays this.
All right,
but a great question. We should know that.
The max points an orc list can legally use in enhancements.
So you only take 3? Okay.
Adam's trying to help everybody here too.
I'm gonna go. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna bet one of them is 30 points. 55. Let's go.
I think there's like a 25 and a 15, but you can't take all 3.
Ooh, okay. We've got some good
Spicy.
guesses.
We've got some 50s and 60s. We've got KR with 80.
60, 80.
Their enhancements aren't that good, are they?
No. You usually only take 1 or 2, but the answer is 60.
Ooh, 55.
Very close.
Joel,
very close.
60 on the
nose. Simon and Joel right on the nose. That is the other thing, guys. So if you get the right answer, the faster you put it in, the more points you get.
Oh,
so
nice.
Simon just barely stuck it in before Joel. You both got the perfect answer though, so good job on that one. Adam was really close too. Nick's back in here too. All right. He's the champ from last week.
Right, Val's
just joined us as well.
Big brains.
Ooh, all right. Next up, how many points does it cost to add a hunter-killer missile to a land raider?
Dun 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 dun. Trick question. Just giving away the answers. It's definitely 5 points, right? It's definitely 5 points.
Yeah.
It's been all manner of points over the years. And it's finally about with the effectiveness of what it does for me.
It's true.
Well, it hits every time, right?
It's every time.
100% of the time. It hits 100% of the time.
All right. And of course,
the
answer in 10th edition is 0. It does not cost any points right now. It is just a free upgrade. You just do it.
Was there a time, was it in 8th edition that cost 10 points?
Yeah. It cost 5 points or 10 points.
Yeah.
Yep. It's fluctuated. In fact, I think there was a time it actually cost 20 points.
I mean, previous edition, it still cost points. Like you couldn't just.
Oh yeah, for sure. It started off a lot more expensive, then it got cheaper as they realized that it never works. All right, everybody got pretty good pretty good.
Everybody did pretty well.
Didn't really trick anybody there except for Val because he's not playing 10th edition, obviously.
That's how much a hunter killer costs in Old World.
It's true. All right, next up. How much CP could a Tau army spend in a single shooting phase, excluding CP increases?
So there's no vector or anything like
No
that.
vector or anything like that. So again, how much CP could a Tau army spend in a single shooting phase, excluding CP increases?
I went one less than Paul. I saw Paul's first. I'm like, one less. Let's go. I actually don't know.
Whoa, a bunch of you've nailed it.
Oh, well, it's 8 then, isn't it?
There's not even there's not even a lot of low. People are just, they obviously have all their strats in the shooting phase, right? That's
exactly right. Well, I think there's at least 4 of them that pop off in the shooting of their 6 that they get the shooting phase. And
6. So they have a 2 cost one, 2 1 costs, and then grenade CP reroll.
I even factored in grenade, but I overstepped.
But I think everybody factored that in because there wasn't anything under 6. Good job, guys. Jeez. All right.
Oh, Paul, we're tanking.
Oh, just swirling the drain. These are tough. These are great, but tough.
Yeah.
All right. Next one coming up.
It throws me off. What can you legally do? Like, what can they illegally do? Like,
you go first. Turn 1, your Exorcist tank kills a Night Spinner. How many points are you now ahead by army-wise? So again, you go first. Turn 1, your Exorcist tank kills a Night Spinner.
So
How many points are you now ahead by army-wise?
As in, like, your army versus their army?
Your army versus their army. Like, what's the value?
Yeah. How many points is a Night Spinner?
Maybe that's the question.
This is a trickier one. I tried to word it differently.
You did.
The answer is 180 because it is just the cost of a Night Spinner.
Yeah, got it. Swish. Woof.
I was going to see how many people put in like the difference between an Exorcist and a Night Spinner.
Yeah.
Or if they just put 0 because your army you started the same. Okay. Yes, so the answer was 180 because that is the cost of a Night Spinner. So it's just you're up 180 points right now.
Trying to bamboozle us, mate.
I was
trying to use that.
Trying. I can't make this easy, but I want to make it guessable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Prefag Night Spinner points.
We'll just get eventually we'll start getting just a Gene Stealer cult point breakdown just sitting on a sheet next to me, just ready
on average
nonsense
right there on the wall.
Paul, on average, how many flesh mowers does it take to kill 2 Incursor Marines?
2 Incursor Marines.
On average, how many flesh mowers does it take to kill 2 Incursor Marines?
Ooh, 0.5. That is a spicy pick there, Paul. I went with 2.
It's using math. You only need half its attacks to kill 2 Incursor.
But people, am I the only person who went for 2?
Oh no, it gave me a 5 in the chat. I don't know if it
does decimals.
We're learning.
Trying to being a cheeky boy, trying to undercut Paul there with a 0.479 for some reason.
The correct answer is 1 because you just attack with 1 flesh mower and it will kill 2 on average.
On average,
yeah.
Mate, I don't know where you.
Hey, Nick got the point in there. What are you talking about?
No, but it counted my 5. It counted my 0.5.
It did.
Well, that's good to know. Well, we're filling out the process. We're good to know.
It's all right, mate. It's not like I'm much ahead of you. If at all.
Well, a lot of people knew the one. All right. Next up, if you succeed in a gambit, investigate signals and engage on all fronts, both for max points on tactical objectives. How many points did you just score? If you succeed a gambit, investigate signals and engage on all fronts, both for max points on tactical objectives. How many points did you just score?
Ooh. One of us is right. One of us is right. So wait, is investigate worth 9 or 8?
Shit. Investigate is worth 8, Max.
8. That's beautiful. So, okay. Val coming in strong with the 69.
It's
nice.
43.
Correct answer is 43. Dang.
Yes. 30 plus 8 plus 5.
Well played. Well played.
Oh, I was off at math. I'm over here.
Oh, you were one up though. That was good. All right. Nick's up there again. Simon up there. All right. KR up there. Adam.
What are you talking about?
Nothing.
I'm meeting my own goals here.
this doesn't rank you by
No.
this is only per the question.
That's only
Yeah, it's
the
per
per question. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next one. How many points is a 5-man unit of Chosen, a Chaos Lord, and a Rhino currently? How many points is a 5-man unit of Chosen, a Chaos Lord, and a Rhino currently?
I slapped that down real quick. I'm not
A
sure
very
anymore.
popular choice in the Chaos Space Marine list right now.
Val, if I get one question right, I could beat Adam. That's what you think. That's what you think, mate. A lot of guesses here. I guessed on the lower end. I went 210. Everyone's doing 265, 280, 250,
Unit of
270.
Chosen is in the 120
It's like
range,
110.
right?
260.
Answer was 260.
Oh, well, I was 10 points off.
Ooh. Matt
Here I am
had it
thinking that-
right on the money. That's a
Here
Chaos.
I am thinking
Or
they're
played
more
against
broken
a
than
lot.
they are.
210. Whoa, geez. Adam, that's too cheap, man. Whoa. I mean, 260 is not exactly much better. Let's be
Hey,
real.
I got the night spinner right. I got my one perfect.
It's
I'm
true.
out.
You did. You did.
I'm back in the zone, though. I'm back in the
All right. Second last question. What is the point difference between the GSC Vect enhancement and the Space Marine Vect enhancement? What is the point difference between the GSC Vect enhancement and the Space Marine Vect enhancement? It's the
Yeah, I
the
I know what
enhancement
the-
that makes battle tactics go up a CP.
I'm at
yeah, I know
0.5.
I know one's 30. I'm gonna guess the other one's 25.
Ab
How
and I
much is
both
GSC
guessed
one?
5.
Yeah, we did. What is it? What is it,
20
Dustin? Come
from
on.
Joel,
It's
5 from
10.
Dorian, 10 for Nurgle Matt,
GSC
1
one,
from Matt
the
McNeil.
GSC one is 10 points more, and the guy has to be on the battlefield to use it. Just saying.
Well, you know,
That's
a super
Just
enhanced
saying.
human, you know, is just more better at the thing.
It's
for the
40
Gene Stealer
points.
cult having, like, 2 cans tied between pieces of string, for their primitive technology.
Look at the walkie-talkies. Make it cost more over. What?
Oh, Nurgle Matthew coming in hot with this one. All right, cool.
Nice.
Good. Cool. Nice one.
Good
guys.
job. Simon is killing it.
He
Yeah, he
is.
is.
KR's killing it
Ooh.
as well, yeah.
All right, the last one. How many points is a Reaver Titan?
Reaver. Oh,
Take a Reaver in 2,000 points? I don't think you can.
oh,
I was
well, maybe.
actually
I was
going
thinking
to make that the question.
maybe Warhound. Maybe that was what I was thinking. Of
Yeah, I
Warhound.
think you were thinking Warhound, mate.
Oh,
There's a big disparity here.
Whoa, there's
Matt
a massive
McNeil.
disparity. Oh,
Matt McNeil with 465, mate. I would
well, you
take
got to trust
3.
Simon here with 2,500. So he's been right on a lot of the other.
Yeah, I went for 3K, a nice round number.
Ooh, somebody was really close, but I don't think anybody
Mate,
got the actual number.
I'm just going to call hacks on Simon. He's got every index open. He knows what he's doing.
Searching with superhumans. Well, good on him. That's like
Yeah.
part of Warhammer's
is
learn how to work a book.
2,200. It is 2,200. So Dorian was the closest at 2,100.
Well done, Dorian.
Simon at 2,500. So you're still close too.
Yeah, I got second there with 3K.
Yeah,
somehow.
You went a lot faster. Everybody else took.
Okay. See, just slap down the wrong answer quickly. Guys.
Slap down the wrong answer quickly.
This is the correct way.
All right, let's see the totals here. Simon, yeah, I'm not surprised on that one. Simon wins it this time with 481.1. KR in second with 371.6. And Adam actually makes the podium this time with 342.2.
I came fourth last week, third this week. Two more weeks from now, I'm flying.
You're almost there. You're almost there. And then special shout out to Val, who answered one question for 21 points. Good job, Val.
On the board.
Well done,
You're on
Simon.
the board.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for playing along. That was fun.
Ooh.
Thanks for hosting that.
Such a good time.
Pleasure.
That is the patented Dustin Henshaw Warhammer Meta Chasers trivia. Thank you very much.
Of course, don't make sure you don't let anybody else do that without giving credit to us because we started this. This is the Warhammer Meta Chasers original.
Warhammer Meta Chasers and good time hour fun.
Yes, indeed. We still have a Fuego though.
We do still have a Fuego, and of course.
Oh, dude. So look, this is the part of the show where we would normally be talking about tournaments. This is also the time we have a nice little just chill area, hang out and vibe down over the course of this year. And do something we call the Fuego Rapido, where we give ourselves a series of topics and then a couple of minutes to talk about them. At the end of that time, we give that topic up, never to return to it again. Unless you are on Patreon and you want to suggest it, we'll go back to anything. That's what Patreon subscribers do. Really appreciate the people that have chosen to support us in that way. This is also a section we would sponsor if someone wanted to sponsor it, but we're going to sponsor it ourselves with the mention of the Patreon.
Yeah, 3 delicious tiers for your, holiday eating experience. You can jump in for a couple of bucks and just be happy to be there. You'll get access to, I believe, the show notes for all the stats that we run down for every show. Second tier will get you access to the second part of the show, which is our look back on the events that we did cover, what did win, what didn't, and then pulling out one of these spicy lists in the top 10. And then tier 3, you get to influence this segment of the show. If you have Fuego questions, topics, nonsense you want to see 3 grown men speak about at length, by all means, slap it on down in that third tier.
Like argue about in a lot of cases.
Relative length. Relative.
2 minutes time.
But thanks to everybody who has contributed that way. And it's a great way to support the show. And also, hassle-free way, comments in chat, comments on the YouTube page, 5-star reviews wherever you see us. That stuff means a lot to us. It helps the show grow, and appreciate y'all doing that. And yeah, let's get to it.
All right, let's get to it. The fuego for this episode obviously is Happy New Year, so it's going to be Happy New Year themed.
Yay!
Yay! First one, your favorite New Year's tradition.
My parents have so my mum usually spends most of the time in a little house down the coast in a place called Port Arlington, which is gorgeous if you ever want to Google it. And they have a really cool kids fireworks on the bay at 7 o'clock at night. So going down there with my nieces and nephews, especially now with toddlers, was just like the best. And they still go down there. I don't go down as much anymore. But if that was that'd be my favorite one. Good memories.
I don't know that I have anything that we consistently do. Like sometimes we'll watch the ball drop, sometimes we'll just do something with friends, sometimes we'll do it, just as a family unit. I don't know that I have something that I just consistently do all the time for New Year's.
What's yours, Dusty?
Every year since I think, oh man, actually I think it was my first year of college. I just invited all my friends over to my place. Not all my friends, that would have been crazy. But any of my friends that could make it that didn't have previous plans, which usually ends up being 10, 20 people. And
humble flex by Dustin. Right. Too many friends, man.
Too many friends.
Too lovable.
It's terrible. Too lovable. It's hard to be this lovable, We get together. Back then it's kind of changed since then because, we have kids now and we can't do what we used to do, but we used to just order food like pizza, drink, have several TVs set up, usually with something like Smash Brothers, and we would just play video games until we passed out.
That sounds pretty good, especially Smash Brothers.
It was usually Smash Brothers. Sometimes it'd be other ones. We play some other games in there too. I can't even think about them because Smash Brothers is just so good to play.
Yeah, with kids and roads being crazy and people being crazy, I think we're just kind of.
I just like being at home, or at least just hanging out at a place with friends.
What is Hemingway drinking?
What is
Apparently that's someone's tradition.
Try to
beat Hemingway drinking, as in drink more than Hemingway did.
Is that a thing? Is that a tradition?
Not sure.
I'd be interested.
Fuego.
Prime rib. Yeah, there you go.
Yep. That's all good stuff too. All right.
That actually doesn't sound bad at all.
Yeah. Next up, which Warhammer faction would you most want to ring in the New Year partying with?
Oh, it's orcs all day long.
I was gonna say orcs. Yeah, I think orcs would be pretty fun to party with. Yeah.
Yeah, orcs would be pretty good. You wouldn't want to do Tower or anything because they'd be
I was thinking
at 8 o'clock.
Tower, yeah, they're very stuck up. I think. Everybody get to bed. We got the greater good.
The wheels of industry must continue.
My youngest has actually taken an interest in Warhammer, as something he wants to do past just what he knows that we do, kind of thing. And my oldest was telling him about factions or whatever. He's like, the orcs just want to have fun. The orcs, that's all whatever it is, they just think they're having the best time. He's having a great time. And these from him, like, he knows. I've never told him that he knows.
Well, so we need to do. So this is a shout out to Steve Joel if he's listening. He does his Christmas remix.
Oh yeah,
it needs to be Cyndi Lauper, but orcs just want to have fun.
Orcs just want to have fun.
That's it.
Orcs
what a legend.
Want to have fun.
I mean, you could always go with the old Slaneshi Demons. You may not make it to the new year, but you'd have a good time getting there.
That's where you go
That's true. That's true.
after. So you've already
That's
rung
it.
in the new year, and then you go
Oh,
there. And
yeah,
it's
okay.
happening. That's
Yeah.
the after party.
1 minute past midnight, you've done the toast and like, all right, we're off to the Slanesh Club.
Yeah, I gotta get this. You don't tell
But-
anybody where you're going. Like, hey, we got a
The ple-
thing.
The
I
Pleasure
started early.
Palace.
But what if you juiced the towel before you partied with them?
Juice the towel.
Juice
the towel.
and
Juice
then
the
party
towel.
with them.
That's a callback, people. Hope you guys have been watching for a couple of weeks. That was a great callback. Who else would actually be good? I mean, you couldn't do Nids. GSC would be pretty morose.
I mean, I feel like Guard would probably party pretty
gotta
hard.
be pretty good.
Because there's so many of them, and they have
Yeah.
a lot to celebrate if they're still alive.
Catechins.
Like, just getting tanked and racing your hellhounds and like,
Oh, that would be so much fun.
yeah, the midnight hellhound race.
They
First one
sneak in and
explode,
steal a couple
wins.
land speeders and race those.
Get an extra portion of rum or
Don't
whatever
even
it
be
is.
strong enough to make the turns. That'd be
Get a
fun.
sip of Amasec. Fuego.
All right, next up. Best thing of 2023 for you.
Ooh. For me, it was the trifecta of events that I got to cover. I got to do LVO, World Championships, and WTC in a single year, and that's the feather. That's the current feather in my cap
That's
of tournament years, 12 months of tournament coverage. I don't know if I'll top that.
We
Gonna
will.
do all-
We
We will.
It's coming. It's coming.
Yeah. Sorry, someone else go.
It's like a fabulous vacation with a family where I got to see the kids just like be their own people, like, and interact with cool things and do things that I always knew they were capable of, but just like I'd almost like sit back and watch it as an observer of watching, their personalities bloom was amazing.
That's
And
yeah.
don't know one
Fantastic.
else to get another opportunity like that.
Yeah. No, that's
Dustin, you had a baby, right?
I did. I didn't. My wife did. But I mean, that's pretty
I was
hard.
like, whoa!
That's pretty hard to tell. I like the going and covering the LVO with you guys in FLG.
Yeah.
That was awesome. But I mean, having my son kind of tops that, unfortunately.
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
Oh,
That's
Dustin getting his gimme for 2023. These questions.
2023 has been a pretty good year for me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty happy about it. So
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like the
2023
best
has
thing.
been
Like it's actually been a pretty good year. I
Yeah,
mean, lots
really
of
good
cool
year.
things happening, especially for us.
Yeah.
Like first full year, we're doing this. Like this is. We've got all the cool other shows that we do, still
Mhm.
rocking and rolling, and doing live stuff, like trying to bring Warhammer out to more and more people, making it as accessible as we possibly can. I think that's it's all cool stuff.
Yep, I love it.
Agree.
That's why we do this.
And,
All right.
and kids.
And kids.
And kids. And kids.
And kids. Kids.
All right, let's kick it.
Next up, New Year's resolution Warhammer edition.
Oh, okay. Very easy for me.
Okay.
I want to have my Space Marine backlog finished, but I also want to have, by this time next year, I want to have like 2 2,000 point old world armies. I want 2 of them. I want 2
Ogres
old world
and orcs and goblins.
ogres, and we'll see. I'm still waiting. A part of me kind of wants to just, as the painting challenge, do like an autumn or winter themed wood elves, just because
Everybody's
It's
going for
just-
my wood elves. Get away from them.
such a painting challenge.
I
I've
also
always
put
wanted
wood
to do,
elves.
I've always wanted to do a dwarf and or chaos dwarf army. But the chaos dwarf range is gone, so I could do that, but it might be weird and unsupported. So it might be I'm just doing some old dwarf hold good stuff.
Okay. Paul.
I'm gonna finally finish those Marines that have been on my painting desk for the last 3 weeks.
Wait, what have you got left? What Marines do you actually have left to do?
To paint, so 6 Inceptors with plasma and 3 aggressors.
That's not too bad. You smash.
No, it's not. No, that could be done in a week. It's just like, you know how it is.
I still have 20 Stern Guard, but I mean, nah.
Yeah, they're gonna stay. They're gonna stay gray.
Yeah,
Stay gray, boys. Stay gray.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, what are you painting, nerd? What are you doing? What's your resolution, Dustin?
For me, it's to finish off the Tyranids now, because I got all the new stuff, and even like the Norns that are unlikely to make any of my lists anytime next year. But I love the models, and I just want to have the whole cabinet finished again.
Mate,
It's not a good
teams-
in there. It's just a
Double Norns in teams, baby.
That's true. In teams, they're
It's a
actually not
thing. It's a thing for sure.
bad. Teams, yeah, in teams. And I mean, I like even like
Trip
Devon
Norns.
Ryan's and stuff.
Yeah, Trippy Norns.
I mean, technically,
Put
you
a-
can use 6.
Put a Neurolictor and a Norn on 3 middle objectives and just like lol.
Yeah.
Lol.
Good
I've done that. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. Disgusting.
It's good. All right, and last one. Your personal New Year's resolution.
You think they'd be like we'd be more prepared for this? Like it is like in a couple of days.
It's pretty
Yeah.
soon.
And this is what people do. Some people make resolutions sometimes.
I'm creeping up on 40. I'd love to buy a house soon. The market's not great for it right now in Australia. And it's possibly only going to get worse in the next couple of.
So
but the
is
next
that
12
really a
months, I'd love to
realistic
have bought a house.
resolution, though?
It is. Oh
Like,
more financially,
Be financially ready to be able to do it, just not necessarily
yeah.
do it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Be in a position that whenever I do have the window, it's in the window, baby. House bought, you know.
Mm-hmm. Got a visual. I put it on the dream board.
Yeah, on the
That's it.
board. That's right.
What is it going?
For me, I had a really good start last year when I was going to the gym every day, and then as things got rougher at the end of the pregnancy, it became twice a week.
Yep.
And then it became once a week. I need to get back to the every day again because it felt great. Now that things are kind of normalizing a bit more around the house, I feel better about it. But there's also a couple things happen, like the gym that I went to that's in the same city as me closed, and the closest other one that I get the discount from working is in a different city, so I have to drive to a different city to go to that. So I've been looking for other ones, but yeah. But a lot of things slap me around trying to get me to not go, so I just got to do it anyway.
Home gym, baby. Home gym.
I do have that. I enjoy going to the gym. I like getting out because I work from home too, right?
Yeah.
Paul,
I'm gonna occasionally skip the cheese dip.
occasionally skip the cheese dip.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Like what? We talking once every 5 times to skip, or we talking?
Just
every
okay.
second
I'm not
time?
going to put a number on it,
Just
because then I
if he
won't.
does
meet
it
that.
once next year, he's like,
He's going to do it
Yeah.
once.
solution done.
To occasionally
Tick.
skip the cheese dip. My resolution.
Yeah, fair.
I love the
Lego.
chat hanging out, talking about themselves. Again, this can't stress enough. We have the best chat group, like live during the show of any show I think we've ever been on. And so if you listen to us after the fact, you can get it here live at 9 p.m. Eastern time every now and then on Thursdays. Come check us out.
Only going to get bigger and better from here. We got an amazing year and a big January coming up. LVO looming on the horizon in about 3 weeks' time. So, there's going to be a bunch of prep events we're going to cover. A bunch of the big dogs are going to be in attendance. We're going to be shining a spotlight on them. And yeah, it should be a really good January for all out there.
Well,
And
think
for
about
the Meta Chasers.
what all may happen early next year. I mean, when do we know when balance updates are scheduled and that kind of stuff? I mean,
Mid-January, I think, is going to be a data slate. Like, if I had to venture a guess, I'd say January 18th.
Yep.
I think
We will have a lot to break down on that as well,
Yes,
which is going to
a
be very
lot.
spicy.
so that always changes with some things, taking the capacity and people take things, but that also creates opportunity for people to find out, what the new thing is to attack that.
Mhm.
So that's one of the things to track on this show. But yeah, next year, going just like this, straight up like a rocket ship to the moon. Cannot wait to continue to cover this stuff with y'all and hang out with y'all and everything else and all the stuff that we do. Is that our show for this week? Are we?
That's our
It
show,
is.
yeah. Because no
Well-
tournaments yet, but it's gonna get busy real quick starting next week.
It's going to be
is.
spicy. Hopefully you will
Spicy.
join us.
Spicy.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Adam and Dustin. Always a pleasure hanging out with y'all. Everybody, we will see y'all next week.
See you. Thanks
you
for
then.
fantastic 2023.
Happy New Year!
Here's 2024.